Stef Soto Taco Queen by Jennifer Torres is one of the South Carolina Children's Book Award nominees for this year. Stef's World. Poppy and Mommy, Stef's parents, hardworking, loving, and a little bit too protective. Tia Perla, Poppy's slightly battered taco truck, like another member of the family. Estefania Stef Soto, our narrator, 7th grader, only child, talented artist. Author Choi, Stef's most loyal friend. They've been buddies since kindergarten. Amanda Garcia, Stef's best friend and a serious soccer player. Julia Sandoval, Stef's former best friend. Mr. Salazar, Stef's art teacher. Ms. Barlow, Stef's English teacher. Viviana Vega, everyone's favorite pop singer. Chapter 1. Poppy had pretty much promised to stop bringing Tia Perla to St. Scholastica's school, but when the last bell rings on a Monday afternoon, there she is just the same, waiting for me in the parking lot. Tia Perla, yet again. Tia Perla, like always. Tia Perla, huffing and wheezing and looking a little bit grubby no matter how clean she actually is. Tia Perla, leaving anyone who comes near her smelling like jalapenos and cooking oil. A not exactly bad combination that clings to your hair and crawls under your fingernails. Tia Perla, Poppy's taco truck, stuffed into a parking space meant for a much smaller car. A normal car, a station wagon, something beige or black or white with 4 doors and power windows. I must look as annoyed as I feel because just then my best friend Amanda Garcia stops explaining how she turned an old t-shirt into a new headband and wags her finger. Watch it, Stef, she warns in her best scolding abuelita voice. Keep rolling your eyes like that and they'll get stuck up there. I roll my eyes at her so hard they almost bounce off my forehead. She snorts, pulls the headband over her ears, and jogs off to soccer practice, leaving me to deal with Poppy and old Tia Perla on my own. I didn't mind the taco truck when I was younger, and seeing Tia Perla in the parking lot of my Catholic school meant corn chips and cold soda for all my friends. Back then, when Poppy picked me up into her front seat, I was playground royalty. No one else got picked up in a taco truck. But now hardly anyone else gets picked up at all, let alone in a taco truck. I've been negotiating for months, trying to persuade Mommy and Poppy to let me walk alone, not even all the way home, just to the gas station a few blocks away from St. Scholastica, where Poppy parks the truck most afternoons. I'd head straight there, I swore. Wouldn't stop for anything, wouldn't talk to anybody. I could tell they weren't crazy about the idea, but this weekend, Mommy and Poppy had finally given in. So why was Tia Perla in the parking lot with Poppy in the front seat waving? I dropped to the ground, pretending to tie my shoelace and thinking maybe if I'm down here long enough, Poppy will remember our agreement, leave, and meet me at the gas station like we planned. Instead, he honks the horn and waves even more wildly. Isn't that your dad, Estefania? Julia Sandoval asks, louder than she really needs to. Just perfect. I stand up and gush. Thank you, Julia, so much. You are always so helpful. She just tilts her head and flashes her sparkling, sweet smile. I walk across the parking lot, eyes glued to the ground and arms crossed sourly against my chest. I don't look up, not even when I'm climbing into the truck, until Poppy asks, like he asks every single day, "Aprendiste algo?" Did I learn something? That I can't trust him to keep his end of a deal, maybe. I keep my mouth shut while I sift furiously through my mental glossary of irritation, searching for words to tell him exactly how frustrated I am. Not coming up with any, I instead shoot Poppy a glare that says, "Are you kidding me right now?" I hope that's clear enough. His shoulders drop and he shakes his head. What can I tell you, mija? Those guys at the gas station must have forgotten their wallets or their appetites. Maybe both. I couldn't wait around for customers any longer. Let's see if they're hungry downtown. I don't know what to say to that, and before I can think of anything smart, I hear a bam, 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 bam on my door. Huh? I'm confused for a second, and then I realize he must be knocking. I crank down the window, and sure enough, it's Arthur Choi, all 4 feet 10 inches of him, and even 5 feet with his hair included. He looks up at me and yanks his headphones down around his neck. They are bright orange and so big he looks almost like he's wearing a life preserver. Hey, Steph, think I can get a ride to the library? Usually Arthur's mom picks him up from school, not because she doesn't trust him to walk alone, but because he lives so far away. When she has to work late, he goes to the library to wait for her, finishing his homework, reading his magazines, listening to his music, without a chaperone. In peace. Arthur and I have known each other since kindergarten, back when his mom and my dad teamed up and trailed the school bus in her minivan anytime our class had a field trip. Unlike my parents, though, Arthur seemed to have noticed that he isn't 5 years old anymore. I turn to Papa. Orale, he nods. It's a word that comes in many flavors. Sometimes it means yes, other times yes, sometimes listen, and sometimes I hear you. This time it means of course, and I slide to the middle of the bench seat as Arthur hops up next to me. Finally, Poppy starts the engine, and as soon as he does, his banda music comes bouncing out of the speakers and pouring, I'm sure of it, right through the open windows. Unfazed, Arthur bops his head right along to the pa rhythm. I slam mine back into the seat and squeeze my eyes shut. Please, can we just go now? So from here, Stef has to learn all about what makes a good friend, what role the taco truck plays in her life, and how to navigate having overprotective parents. So if you enjoyed that, come and check out Stef Soto Taco Queen.